Feature Friday.
The freshest.
So someone that like captivated us in that whole walking in the moon
Oh yeah.
kind of video from Indonesian X Factor was PUTU Maydea. And this is something that you guys have recommended. I think she's gonna do like Beyonce or running, lose it all.
Yeah, I think there's like it's like a light tiny mashup that she's doing here.
So
And this isn't her first audition. This is like part of the run.
yeah, it was just something you
in
requested.
the running in the show. Yeah, already.
So let's give it a watch, and maybe here we can get to see a bit more about her. I really liked her color, her texture of her voice. So let's have a look.
All right.
This could be bad as well. I don't know.
Oh, I like that posture. Interesting way to set up first. Like she is already holding the mic up high, and then she has her elbows really lifted.
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe perhaps just trying to find anchoring from underneath the rib cage.
I thought she had a mic stand.
No,
she
no,
doesn't.
she's
She's
holding-
that.
She is
Grounded.
that anchored. Like, so if you pay attention to the way that anchoring from the intercostal muscles over here is actually really
Also
effective
known as
when
the latissimus dorsi.
Absolutely. Thank you for the scientific term. I love that. It's often used for things that require the most physical effort, like high belts, or things that require a lot of breath economy. So long singing phrases of singing. The journey of the notes is usually really elongated, so you expand the muscles over here to maintain the airflow continuous without losing power in the voice. It's a really intriguing technique to start off with, though. You never try to find it before you start. It's
Midway through the journey type of thing.
yeah, because it's often more energy less efficient. You're
Energy demanding.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Because you're exerting way too much energy right from the beginning. It's like sprinting at a marathon.
Maybe this is rather short.
Maybe, perhaps.
These were lonely walls of giants, the way I feel, the way I feel.
Woo! Okay,
Wow,
okay,
she's
but
literally
what
so
the hell?
grounded. It looks like she's got a mic stand.
She's grounded also. I think the shoes are really helping.
Yeah.
I think the choice of shoes that she's wearing are actually really helping the anchoring towards the floor, that finding her feet on the ground.
Let's continue to watch, and then it will be good for you to explain grounding.
I'm standing still. Nothing else matters now. You're not here. So where are you? I've been calling you.
So maybe she's leaning.
I'm missing you.
I've never heard this song, but I feel like I have.
It's the Coldplay, running with Beyonce.
Never heard that.
Running for myself the more. It's like it has like a that's right. It has like a garage beat behind it. Like something like that.
Running.
That's it.
Is it? Really?
Yeah.
I just made it up.
No, I think your subconscious just brought it back up to surface.
I was gonna say, obviously here you're seeing her lean more towards that edge that she's got. So I would imagine this
definitely.
happened after the walk in the moon thing.
I think this is perhaps further along in the competition. That's
Because
for sure.
she's leaning here more consciously towards what she thinks will get wows.
I think so too, and I think the reaction in the judges is, we've already heard this. This is a comforting reassurance of the texture that we were
she can
first.
continue to pull
Exactly.
through in this manner, which is good. It's good.
Exactly.
Where else can I go? Where else can I go? Chasing you.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. I know.
Duduk.
Duduk.
Harus
Harus
duduk.
duduk.
What does that mean?
It's like, I don't know.
She's got that shit, dog. That's what I mean.
She's got the cheese.
Go get him. Go get him.
Go get him, dog.
What?
Ruff, ruff.
Yeah. Bing bong.
Ding dong.
I was gonna say something really interesting here as well. Maybe she was directed to do so. In the previous performance we saw on Walk in the Moon, she was having issues saturating with the mic.
Yes.
She has pipes.
Yeah. I think
Could have
perhaps
also been nerves in that situation because she was the last one to perform
they weren't wearing in-ears though.
as well. So here she's definitely doing a much better job of distance control, I guess.
Mic control, yeah.
Mic control, but she's still really loud. She's still projecting really well. But I think that's why I'm guessing this might have been after, because I think she got feedback.
I think so too. I
Off
think it's
camera.
very obvious, and I also think, for example, there are certain things that we didn't see on the Walking on the Moon a showcase, like the exertion of performance. There wasn't. She was standing still, giving you what she thought was the best version that she could
Less
provide.
theatrical.
That's right. And then here you're seeing a performance, somebody who is trying to connect with the piece in a way or another. Is not rushed. Is thought through. Actually, so thought through that the swaying is a natural inclination now.
Yeah.
If the piece was very new to her and she didn't feel so comfortable, that type of swaying wouldn't come natural to her either, because it will be taken away from the comfort that you can find by standing still. So she's definitely really way more comfortable with this piece, more familiarized with
Seems
it as
also
well.
comfortable with the environment. Again,
I think so too.
if I am wrong and this was before Walking on the Moon, then Walking on the Moon was the best example of what nerves can do to her.
That's right.
And
that's
still
right.
she can pull through. But yeah, I'd love to know if you guys know in the comments. By the way, I do really appreciate all the comments.
You guys are amazing, and thank
we
you for
read them
letting
all.
us. Yeah.
And I'm really happy that a lot of you tune in from all over the world are enjoying this, which is crazy to say, so thank you so much.
Turn to dust. Please don't bury us. I got you. I got you.
See, just that comfort swaying.
I am running, running. I'm running for myself no more.
It's also a voice that's got personality, innate personality. So you definitely have a product, for sure. Right? Like, how many people sound like that?
That's right. Like the edge factor is her natural color and her natural predisposition to certain sounds.
Her voice has got the X factor.
That's
to a
right.
certain extent.
I just think from a texturized standpoint, voices with this natural breathiness and darkened vowels usually don't possess the power behind it. Like, they don't have the pipes. So her breath control is actually being trained to find the grounding, to find the resonance in her chest and captivate the bigger notes with more resonance, giving her that loudness in certain vowels, which is not everywhere, which leads me to believe that this has been somewhat practiced
She's been
throughout her
coached.
life. No, not necessarily coached, but maybe taught in a different perspective. Maybe she learned singing at church, where they tell you gotta find more resonance, you gotta be louder for the people at the back, or maybe from theater, where you have to learn to project things like that.
There'll be lots of just gigs.
Maybe a lot of environments where the microphones are not in their best of their ability. So instead of becoming a hindrance, you have to understand how to use them. Those environments usually lead to this type of choices, and the most resonant vowels are the darkened ones, if you pay attention. So it leads me to believe perhaps it's a habit picked up in the fire,
I see.
picked up as she's learning to sing in her life.
Together we did it all.
You see that there's
I am running.
I like that judge a
I
lot.
love her too. You see, because it's harder to maintain that resonance on a thinner false setting and an open E sound. Running that E,
Play it
it's
again.
harder to darken. You can't really darken that vowel.
And running.
It's harder to darken. It's a complicated positioning of the larynx, because she flipped from full fold into a falsetto.
Falsetto halfway
So right, that flip was beautiful, by the way, absolutely seamless,
Sounded
gorgeous,
lovely, yeah.
gorgeous stuff. But it's harder to darken. You can't find that resonance that you've found with the darkened A's or the I's.
To sacrifice longevity of holding the note because it's so breathy.
That's right.
So
Yes.
you can't hold a falsetto for that long if you make the shift.
You would have to learn how to breath control that section specifically, which is like learning to walk all over again.
And it's rather hard as well if you are rather tight, because it is.
It's a competition.
It's a competition.
Yeah.
Maybe the diaphragm is fucking.
And it's with the diaphragm compression's not helping that she's swaying from side to side.
I see.
That's actually telling her to engage her lower tummy to maintain equilibrium. It's just a natural response of the body.
So that's how you know she's quite comfortable here.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Okay, makes sense.
Ooh, that's gorgeous. I love her. I love her.
He's awesome.
And you see how she could find perfect resonance on that ooh sound? There's a darkening vowel. So you can bring that larynx higher up without losing resonance. Because of the darkening, so the positioning of the larynx itself and the soft palate, they move forward and they lift. So that creates that natural resonance inside of the mouth.
Like a cavity.
And yeah, you create that a box of resonance, inside of your mouth, and it creates a perfect atmosphere for those high falsettos on an ooh sound, not on an e.
And this is something that we would argue she has discovered in her own by singing, by repetitions.
That's right.
Nice.
If I lose myself,
I know, it's wonderful. She's magical. Oh, absolutely magical. Oh gosh, okay. Blackout, I suppose.
Yeah, that was in us.
It's like, and there you have it. Blackout. It is.
And everyone's so supportive. It's so nice.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
You know what? I haven't seen an environment that friendly on a contest show. Never. You know what?
Yeah,
that's so cool.
It's unfortunate sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just culturally that's how they are over there. Like in those shows, like maybe they encourage everyone to do all that.
That is cool though.
And it will be whatever it will be.
At the end of the day, they're all there for the same reason, though, isn't it?
And if you get it past this point, everyone's benefited.
Absolutely.
At this point, everyone's benefited.
Yeah.
Being on mainstream TV, that's benefit. It takes a lot to be able to break through the mainstream, and this is certainly a way.
That's definitely a success. The fact that you're already there, it's already a success.
The hardest question is what happens after. And what happens if you don't win? Or what happens if you win? What happens after, right? That's a hard question. We've seen both ends of that spectrum by the huge privilege you guys have given us by having the podcast and allowing to interview artists and stuff like that. And we've seen both ends of the spectrum. When it works out when you win, and it doesn't work out when you win, and when it works out when you don't win.
That's
right. And when it doesn't work out when you win. Or when you don't win, sorry. So it's lots of questions after. But certainly you're benefiting in the moment.
And I think also the fact that you're already being exposed to trained voices, people that have been in the media for the industry in a really long time. That advice is priceless. That touch with the real industry is priceless. Whether you win or you don't, whether you continue singing or you don't, that type of advice and life experience sticks with you forever.
I agree.
And that's already a winning aspect of this reality shows and contest shows.
I'm interested to see how she's doing, and
Me too.
I will continue to read the comments, so do keep updating us on how things are going and stuff like that. Who else would you like us to check out next?
This is rather awesome.
I love the fact that you enjoy the fact that, I guess we do get quite technical, especially ballet, which is really interesting because I learn, and I hope some of you also learn, and I hope you also enjoy the input from both. So it's really cool to have you guys tune in. Let us know what you thought about it, and what else we should check out next, guys.